And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Alright folks, today we're taking a look at, what's this game called? Winomino or Winmin? I'm not really sure what it's called. But it's a game in which you're taking blocks and putting them into, it's like a puzzle. But it's like two players are trying to complete the puzzle at the same time. With blocks. Are these pretty cool blocks, fun to play with?
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a look at... Well, let's take a look at the game. We'll get to that. In a game, a two-player game of Winomino, you'll take two cards, and these cards are kind of color-coordinated, also numbers if the colors bother you. So here I have a yellow border with purple on the inside, or I could have given each player yellow with orange on the inside, and there's many sets of cards, all double-sided. So you take a set of cards, and you take the pieces that match your set. So for example, I have a red cube, one that's 3 long, a 3... Tetris piece and this, and I need to fit those pieces in here. So we say go, and it's my job to fit them in as fast as I possibly can. So, alright, that's not working. No. Got it. Alright. If I beat my opponent, who is trying to do the same thing, and you know, it's not like the first batch is really that difficult. Although, maybe I will prove myself wrong right now. There we go. Once you're done, each person is then going to pick one of the pentaminos over here that are made up of the 5 blocks. So I pick this one and give it to my opponent. He picks the orange one and gives it to me. We then move the bars one space in, and we're going to redo the whole thing just with that extra piece added. So it gets harder to do because, well, there's more pieces involved. Although, look at that. And then once we're done with that, then your opponent gives you another piece, you give your opponent another piece, and you move them in another one. And so now I have to figure out how to get this piece in here. And so I'm not even going to bother trying to do that here. We're not right now anyway. And then you finally will move it into the center, and each person will get one more piece given to them, and you fill that up. Now, if you're playing solitaire style, you do the same thing, except you start here and you just keep going all the way down the board, adding a piece each time as you play the game. And then more so than that, if you want to do something even, you know, you say, well, these are some pretty cool blocks. Well, you can look in the book here and it will show you a block formation. And I can say, okay, that one is a yellow. So I start with this one and then put this here. And so you just try to build the blocks so that it doesn't fall over, which can be more difficult than you think. I'm pretty bad at it. And so that's another thing. Or you can play games of geometry and try to make specific shapes. Those are the different ways you can mess with the pieces here. Alright, well, there's 2 parts about this game, so let's talk about the puzzle part first, where you try to put all your pieces in a spot at the same time. What did you guys think of that?
I thought it was pretty fun trying to get the other person putting out all the pieces. What I did is I'll put one piece, and if it didn't fit, I just took it all out and did it again. That way I didn't have to move it around and get pieces stuck.
Alright, you guys?
I thought it was fun. I like putting the blocks together and getting them right, but whenever I get the whole thing messed up, I was so frustrated. And I also like the color of the blocks.
Okay, nice colors.
And I like how they have different levels to do.
Alright.
I like it because I like making like squares and stuff and trying to beat them.
Well, who here is the best at the puzzle part?
Mike.
Well, actually, that's pretty close, because Melody beat Amy, and then Amy beat Holly, and then Holly beat Melody, and then Amy beat Melody, and then Melody beat Holly, then Holly beat Amy. It's very confusing. Everybody won different times, right?
Yeah.
Except for me, I beat everybody. Yes. Okay, what about the other part, the stacking blocks? What did you guys think of that?
It was pretty complicated if you wanted a sturdy table.
Yeah. We tried it on this table here and kept collapsing.
Our dining table?
This table is the sturdiest table around.
No, our dining table.
Okay. But, well, I would have used the floor.
No, it's even more.
Okay, but did you like doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to steady it all and make it straight and not topple over.
All right. I think this has very good quality pieces. I think it's pretty fun. There's a lot more replayability in these because if you think with 2 cards, if you add one of the 6 shapes, you have 6 different combinations for the next level. Then if you add one of the remaining 4 shapes that are there, you have then gone up to 12 different combinations for that level, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of combinations for just 2 cards. And then you got 2 more cards. So it was more than I initially thought. And if nothing else, you can play with these as blocks. All right, 1 to 10, what's your ratings?
Like a 6 because it's like so simple.
Okay, Amy?
A 7.
A 7. Holly?
10.
A 10.
Holly's really bad at judging.
So you're saying it's the best game?
Ever made.
No, not
All
ever made. No,
mankind.
not of all mankind. But you think it's a really, really good game? Mm-hmm. All right, well, there we go. Winomino or Winomino or who knows. This game.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.